Welcome back to the final approach. So last episode I was looking at missions, and we have this mission for recovering something to Kerbin without damaging it too much, and it says that it's 1.7 meters by 1.6 meters by 1.3 meters. Mass is quite low, so it's going to be a pod or something like that, and it says we've got to recover it without damaging it too much. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to do this today. It's if we have a look on the map, it's actually in what I believe is an equatorial orbit, and the map for some reason takes a while to load up. So where are we? We are, there's the component. This is the component. It's equatorial orbit. It's actually almost in the same orbit as our station, which is hilarious. We could actually just get the station to do the job for us, but we're not going to do that. So we need to put together a craft, some sort of craft to do this task. And we're going to see what we've got and send it up. I don't know if we're going to name it something interesting. Grape, we've done grapes. What can we call it? I tell you what, let's go to the VAB and then we'll decide on the name. Right, we're in the VAB and we're going to call this Banana 1. And I'm going to use, I think this onion is a little example of what we might need to have, because I think that's about the right dimensions, isn't it? So I think that's probably going to be at the right size. So we need a heat shield that's going to basically cover that. So let's have a look. What have we got? Heat shield, thermal protection wise, where's that? There it is. What's our widest heat shield? We've got we've got a big one like that. We could stick that there. That would be brilliant. Yeah, we'll stick that there. That's from underneath underneath one of our. Oh, I tell you what we'll do. You know what? We could actually we'll modify something we've already got. So banana 1. Remember that. Don't say that. We're going to use. Where are we? Where's our rockets that are pumpkin 2? Is it pumpkin 2? No, it's not. I want. Where are we? Sweet potato? No, Swede 4. What was Swede 4 like? Swede 4 would be perfect for this, I think. More than enough fuel. Got RCS for docking. Brilliant. Right, we're gonna adopt this. This is gonna be Banana 1. Banana 1. We'll use the number 1. Or then we'll use that. We'll say that. Okay. So we'll save that. So overwrite that. Thank you. So we think we're going to. See, we're trying to reuse things. We're going to try and capture that. So what I want to do is I want to put a probe on the top of that, do that, and then I want to reroute everything to there. Now, then I can pull this heat shield off. We could send a crew up, actually. Now that's a genius idea. That is a genius idea. We'll send a crew. We've got pilots for days. You know what? This is a job for Val. It's a job for Val. So let's reroute to there. Thank you. Job for Val. Right, we're going to take the docking port off. Parachute's going to come down like so. It'll orientate itself. Hopefully that weight's going to be there. But this is heavier. How much is one of those heat shields weigh? It weighs 2 tons. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem with a weight. So we take that, and then we want something to couple to grab. Oh, we could go for the big one. Oh, that could go for the big grabby unit, just like that. Look at that. There it is. Or we could just go for the little one. I think we just go for the little one, actually. I think we go for the little one. And I'm going to allow myself to recess it just a smidgen. I'm going to just allow a little recess of that because we don't need it to stick out that far. There we go. And that should... Let's have a look. How does that work? Are we getting clipping or anything? No, that's fine. So then we can just arm that or disarm it. There we go. That's beautiful. You know what I should actually do? We should be a bit more aerodynamic. So let's have a look. What have we got? Aerodynamically, we've got adapt. Probably an adapter would be better. What have we got? A little tiny adapter. No, not that tiny. Something a little bigger. I think that's probably too big. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's too big. What else have we got? Sort of funnily, that's that. Oh no, actually that would work, wouldn't it? Does that work? I could recess it and then put that on. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll recess this a bit. There we go. Which means now that this is going to be armed, are we? Yeah, that's good. We can actually have that just armed all the time if I really wanted to, but we could go black, yeah, disarm that. And then we're going to recess that just a smidgen down into here until it doesn't look horrendous. It's going to look horrendous. There. That's horrible. That's terrible. That's not so bad. And actually, you know what? I don't like that colour. Let's go back to that. That's better. That's much nicer. Right. I'm actually going to pull this up a bit because I am concerned that it will not, you know, we're just going to not clip it. Let's not clip it. There we go. Okay. Sorted. So banana 1 is ready. This thing has got more than enough to get itself to orbit and then do all the things it needs to do. In fact, do I need 2 tanks on that? I do not need that much fuel on this. Let's take that off. Yeah, take that tank out. Put this up here. Oh, now why is that doing that? That's interesting. Oh, because of the where the heat shield sits. Okay. Right, and what we want to do is I want to pull these down a bit. Now this is the one where I forgot to have forward backwards, which we now have because of this, because we adapted obviously. Must always remember not to. Oh, that's perfect. Wonderful. Right, in fact we could put them up at the nose end, wouldn't we? That would be a nice little balancing situation. Let's do that. Let's move them up here and put them near the nose there, like so. There, that might give us a bit more controllability. There we go. That's going to help us on return, hopefully use a bit of the RCS for that. So that's banana 1 is ready. So we decouple some stuff on the side, then we've got that, and that goes. So that's going to get to orbit. That's going to do the maneuvers. Then we're going to decouple, we'll come back down. Yeah, that's good. Right. Save that. Now for the crew. Well, Val's going. We need Val to go. Do I need an engineer? Do I need an engineer? We could strut it to the side of the craft if need be to hold it on, because I'm not sure about how strong that's going to be. So maybe stabilize it. So let's take an engineer. We don't need Theole because, you know, we might have somebody on the craft, we don't know, so we'll leave a space in there just in case. Alright, and so what I want to do is I want to actually put some struts on this because I want to use them potentially to hold the thing together. So we'll put a few struts together. This is us learning from our last experience. Like so. I want 4 of them. There we go. We're going to put them to here like that. There we go. That's fine, and we can just pull them off when we need them now. So we've got struts for days. An easy way. I could put a pod on the side storing them, but it's just more fun to stick the struts on like so. So save that. Let's launch this thing. Let's get going. We are on the pad with Val, our most experienced and oldest of pilots, and Leela, who we rescued. I think, was it the last episode or the one before? I can't remember now. She came back in the last few episodes. Not the last episode, because we went into solar space with a station we're never going to use. So it must have been the episode before that. That's when Leela came back. So we're going to launch this thing, and of course, Val gets us all these extra little things, doesn't she? Oh, that's lovely. Right, let's just fire the engines and get going. Thank you very much, Val. Wonderful. Right, just going on up there. So, no, not want to click that. So, it would be really good to get some feedback on what you think of the craft so far. Am I not Kerbal enough? Do I need to go more Kerbal? Do I need to go bigger and sort of crazier, or do you like the sort of natural progression we've got? I've actually almost finished the tech tree, so I'm aware of that, and the fact that actually once we finish the tech tree, it's very much just about the flights and what we're doing. So yeah, I'm aware of all of that. This craft does not like Val. Nope, come on, get it back. Come on, Val. I'm going to use you for this because I do not like what's going on. Right, Val, I need you to get. This is going to become difficult if we're not equatorial. So I'd really like to be equatorial. Is that possible? Val, is that possible? There we go. It's a bit more equatorial. I don't actually know what our inclination is, but we've definitely skewed. We're definitely skewed right now. I'm looking at this marker and going, wait, we are skewed. Right, there we go. Put me into orbital mode. Get rid of those thrusters, thank you. And then roll this thing over. Right. We are actually in a position now to be orbital, but I don't want to at the moment. I'm going to take it up to, I don't know, maybe, I can't remember what orbit we're aiming for. That's the problem. There we go. We're going to skim the atmosphere is what I actually want, because if I go too high, if I don't go high enough, I'm actually going to have to boost it anyway. So there we go. We're just going to burn this stage almost down to an oblivion, I think, and then we'll get the maneuverability, the top stage there. This should get us most of the way to orbit, though, I think. In fact, it might actually make it to orbit. In fact, yeah, looking at these numbers, we very much could get to orbit on this stage. if I was a bit more sensible in what I was doing. So we're going to put the nose down a bit. We don't want it to gain too much in the way of ground, shall we say. Right, we just hold it there, please. So we're dropping our apoaps, which is good. We're bringing up our periaps. We're going to cut the engines at some point when this is... yeah, there we go. Right, we're now at 90. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all, Val. Not particularly impressed. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to just let this thing roller coaster now. Yeah, just roller coaster up a little bit, or ride it up. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to dump that stage because that can re-enter. It's low enough, it's going to hit the atmosphere, it's going to re-enter, that's fine. Right, let's have a look at the orbit. What are we actually targeting? Oh, we're actually going to end up in the same orbit as it is, isn't it, aren't we? Oh, fuck lordy. So it's at an 8, so... yeah, so what we can actually do now is, instead of going into the orbit that we're going to go into, we're actually going to boost up a bit higher. I want to go to there. Yeah, that's better. So we've actually boosted up. We've got our periaps up, but we've also boosted up a little bit more. And actually, we're going up to 40. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to warp to that point there. Although we're actually in atmosphere, are we? No, we're not. Get out of that. Warp me there now. Come on, warp me there. Allow me to go there. Why will you not allow me to warp there? Warp there, thank you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves into a slightly higher orbit. We could actually go even higher than this. We're going to circularize this one, and we're behind. Oh, we're behind. It's the worst possible position to be in. We're actually reasonably behind it, and we're going to be in a higher orbit. Brilliant. We'll just fire some engines. We're bringing up our periaps there up to a 140-ish. There we go. It's reasonably circular. In fact, it's almost perfectly circular. That was a shock. All right, this is our target. There we go. And what we want to do is, what's our 0.8? That's not bad actually. I thought our inclination was going to be a lot worse. And then we're going to plot in a point here. We're going to move. And now you see here we've got 2 points. We're actually dropping below the orbit here and here, and this is the point where we're under it. So we can actually do this and bring it together there to 1 point. That's the point where we're actually on it. And then what we can do is we can tap this around, and we can do that, and we can see that we're just out there. So we can do this. How's this going? Oh, that's nice. So what we can now do is go to this, which is going to tell us how close we are in intercept. It says 24 kilometers. I'm sure we could get closer than that. 23, 22, 17, 16, 14, 11, 12, 9, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, going back up again. Okay, so we're going to go for about there. So that's about 2 kilometers. Then we're going to bring ourselves up into here, and we're going to play around a little bit. What's that doing for me? That's not doing much. What about this here? A bit of this one is good. Yeah, let's get a bit of the radial. I think that's radial out. That's not right though, is it? Go that way. Right, we're going to go that way, and then we're going to do a bit of anti-normal. Get the anti-normal involved, and we're just trying to get as close as possible. I know I've got buckets of delta V here, so I can actually just waste as much as I need to get this as close as possible. And this is not the most efficient of a rendezvous, I can tell you that right now. Right, and we could actually do a little bit more refining. So we're going to do a little bit more like so. No, go back. I think we're going to get as close. That's as close as we're going to get 900. We'll use RCS once we get to within range of that. That's not a problem. We have got so much fuel on board. We could actually take this target all the way to the end. This is an overbuilt craft. This is I mean, I overbuild craft all the time, but this is a really overbuilt craft. We could actually, if we'd have kept the docking port on, we could have docked this craft over at the station. Actually, it's that sort of level of overload. Right, put me to the retrograde, because I think that's where we're going to go primarily, aren't we? Yeah, and then we're going to turn it off, and we're going to position ourselves. There we go. Right, that's where I want to be. Thank you. Right, we're going to wait for ourselves to get to the point of burning. Node is in about 30 seconds. It's not going to be a long burn. It's expecting me to do a big burn, but I'm actually going to do this like so. There we go. Right, now I want to look at this. I want to look at my, where's my, oh, here we are. Right, so now we're going to switch to RCS and just... No, we're actually not going to switch to RCS. We're going to switch to a little bit of thrust. I'm going to watch this go down just a smidgen. A little bit of thrust until it goes down just a smidgen. And it starts to go up there, so that's fine. So we know, put a little bit in that there. And then we're going to do a little bit of just refining with RCS. There we go. And I'm just using the translation controls now and translating up, down, left, right sort of thing. And you can see me just looking at my interact point and just going, okay, can I get it any closer? And you can see we're going to get it down to, what do we want to get it to? I know somebody had a go at me the other day because I was trying to get it perfect. 16 meters. Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? There we go. We're going to set ourselves to target. Woo. Now that's because it's a long way away. So 14 minutes. Let's keep a note on this, because remember this is velocity vector, relative velocity vectors. So that's going to change as we get closer to the craft. Hold on a second. Have we gone past the craft? No, it's still there. See, this has done this thing where it's jumped again to something. Anyway, we'll just now it's jumped back. Add that maneuver there, and I'm going to warp to it. Okay, we can see we're getting closer there on the map view. That's nice. Maybe I should make this bigger. Should I make this bigger so you can see in the videos? That'd be good feedback. Should I have a bigger heads-up sort of display here? Right, we're going to get to about there. Warp to there. Thank you. So we're going to be about 50 meters per second. That's not much at all. Right, so we've set it to target mode. We're putting it into retrograde in reference to the target. There we go. We can actually turn off our RCS because that's going to throw things around a bit. So we know we're going to come in. There is the target. And we're going to have to brake when we get near it. And this should not take very long at all. It says it's going to be 23 seconds. We can speed that up a bit. I'm going to wait until we get to... oh, and it does it again. Whenever you speed it up, it jumps this out, so you can't actually keep an eye on it. If you notice that, right. And then I'm going to fire some engines. Slow it down just a little bit. And now we're going to be coming in even nicer. There we go. We can just speed up again. Do you see that's changed again to kilometers? Because we're doing speed up, which is interesting. So is it predicting that based on... Oh, too much. Go back. Thank you. We're now going away. Oh, what is it? That looks like an interesting little... Oh, and we're doing it again. Note to self, use the slight controls. Don't use the full power thrust. There we go. Okay, RCS just to balance that out. There we are. Right, now, that's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if there's anybody on board. Right, let's arm this. Now, the good thing here is that I can actually just point at the target. I think I should be able to point at the target and go towards it, which is very different to my normal approach to docking. There we are. There's the target. And I want to hit you. So, there we go. We're going to point. Come here. Yeah. My controls are upside down. This is not going to get annoying. Right. Give me a bit of a burn towards it. That's what I want. Right. And then we're going to... There we go. We're moving in now nice and slowly because, you know, I can. Right. And what I want to do is do that until we actually are hitting the target. You can see down here, I just need to drift it a bit this way. There we go. And so my velocity vector, my target, and my basically my direction of travel should all be, you know, my velocity, my orientation should all line up nicely. And what we actually want to do is just smack this thing with this and grab it. That's all we're looking for. Ooh, Strutco. Strutco. I would love to know if there's anybody in this thing. That'll be quite interesting. There we go. We just got to keep an eye on that while I'm talking to you. Are we going to hit it? I think we may. Going in at 0.2 meters per second. Now, I'm undecided as to whether you need to go in really slowly with these or whether you need to be a bit more aggressive. I'm not entirely sure. Some people have said you're going in too hard. I sometimes think I don't go in hard enough to trigger it. It would be nice to know actually what causes that. There we go. Also, slow works. Okay. Right. So what can we do here? Can I, let's have a look. Release control from here. Free pivot. Disarm. Release. What happens if I disarm it? surely I'm attached now. Right, let's check that we're actually attached. So knock that off. Can I just... Okay, we're attached. That's good. Right, I think it's going to be quite a quick episode, isn't it? So, retrograde position, please. Oh, now, can I bring this down at the KSC? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? I think I could. I think we can actually just automatically. We're going to come down around here. So, let's bring that down. Periaps is dropping. So we want the periaps to be... well, actually, I don't. I want the periaps to be here-ish, I think. I'm coming in reasonably high, aren't I? Periaps, what? There? There we go. Right, let's see how we do. Let's warp to there. Right. We may need to use the engines to refine this, so we're going to be over the ocean. Okay, and then we're coming in. I think we're too low. So I think what we'll do is we'll just put a little bit of thrust in here. Just a little tiny bit of thrust. And this is actually just going to lift us up. You see there? There we go. And there we go. So this might now overshoot, knowing my luck, but we can hold it like this until we get a bit closer. So let's speed up. It'd be really nice to land this thing somewhere nearby, but we'll see. We will get rid of this lower stage. We'll get rid of this when we get lower down in the atmosphere. All of a sudden, that we've got a lot of fuel, and I could try and land it again. I've been trying to do this. Last time we didn't quite manage it, but we could try and land it. Right, we're coming in. It would actually probably be a good idea to have the RCS on right now as well. Right, let's have a look. We're coming in. We're going to start hitting the atmosphere, and then we're going to slow down reasonably quickly, I hope. But we will see. We may not make it over the mountains. We may overshoot, in fact. I can actually see me having to fire the engines at some point. Soon, in fact, thinking about it. Are we going to need to? I think we're going to be okay. We might want to fire the engines in a minute or two. I don't think we need to right now. You know what? Let's fire some engines, get a bit of the heat out of this system. Just drop us down. Where's this going to predicting us down now? Yeah, I'm actually okay with about there. Right. And then I think I'm going to decouple. There we go. We're decoupled, technically. Which is interesting because we're not actually attached to that craft anymore. And that's why we've got these odd effects, I'm guessing. That should burn up. Probably should have done a decoupling earlier on. This is potentially going to be problematic. I'm just hoping this thing is sheltered by that at the moment. It's fighting quite a lot. Does it look red? Do you look hot right now? You seem okay. What's going on? Your electric charge is running down. That's fine. I don't mind about electric charge. That's not a problem. Right. This is annoying. So what we've actually said is that this has got more air resistance than this at the moment. It's pushing up against it, obviously, which is not brilliant. It would really, really nice if the two of them separated out. So can we speed this up a little bit? Slow down a little bit, please. There we go. Oh, this might be reasonably close, actually. I mean, we are going to fly over completely, but it would be quite nice if it was reasonably close to landing, and and then I could make out that I planned it that way. Here we go. Oh, we've got a lot of fighting. Let's turn the RCS off right now. There we go. Our RCS is off. Or it should be off. Oh, because those are still... Oh, these are attached to that. And they're actually... Oh, those stupid boy sea monsters. These RCS ports are actually attached to this, and we've actually migrated them up. So they're actually tied in completely. Oh. Oh my. So now that's turned off, and... Let's fire the parachutes. This is problematic in so many different ways. Wow. We've got full fuel on there as well. This is heavy. This is a heavy one. Oof. Well, we've got a crumple zone anyway. Note to self, don't attach things like that to here and then bend them over, because it's actually pulling the whole of this down. It's all misaligned. Look at that. Val, we're risking you. We really are risking you here. We didn't need it. We could actually have sent... We didn't send you out to secure this at all, did we? We could have sent you out to remove those ports, interestingly. Right. Come on. Oh. Oh, well. Can we recover? No, we can't. What about that? There we go. What about now? Okay. What about now? Go on. Ooh. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go, oh, I can't. What about a bit of that? There we go. That's interesting. So we were time warping then, and it wouldn't go through. Okay, so I think we've actually got ourselves into a predicament here, which is going to involve you going over here. Right. Oh God, this is dangerous. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. Right. Take that. Put it there. Oh, you're gonna get crushed. Take that. Oh. Ow. You okay? Oof. Well, no one said it was going to be easy, did we? Right, let's see what else we've got. Are you detached now? Are you detached? I think we're detached. We've got a mission complete. What's this? Recover compound complete from orbit. Oh, we've done it. Okay. Is the mission actually completed though? Because it doesn't look as though it is. Recover to Kerbin. Okay, well let's try recovering it. Remember, we've got Lila just out wandering right now. We need to bring her back. She can just walk to the space center. It's not a big issue. We'll get her back any second. It's not a problem. She'll be fine. That was a perfect example of why you put an engineer on that ship, because we couldn't actually finish that mission. That would have been a failed mission, and we would have lost Val because it would have terminated the mission somewhere, somehow, I think, in flight technically. Right. We've done that. Val's got no experience, however we did complete the mission, and now we need to go back into this here where we can now recover Lila. Where are you? There you are. So this is the second time that we're going to recover that vessel. Thank you. We'll get no science from you. We'll also, thank you, and we'll also recover that probe that we've recovered. There you go. Banana one is back. Wonderful. Done. So with that done, we have finished that mission, which could have gone better. I mean, I think we launched really well, we rendezvoused really well, we captured well, we started to bring it down, we landed such a lovely location where literally we were just there. Only problem being that we, there were design faults. There's a reason why you don't do what I did when I was building that craft, and if you noticed that while I was building it, well done to you. Put a comment down below saying you noticed it. If you didn't notice until we actually came to landing and you were as confused as I am, wonderful. So note to self, when you actually move parts in the VAB and you put them further up and blocking something else, remember they're still going to be attached to their root part. So that's a problem, isn't it? Right. Let's see. Let's have a look at the missions before we finish up the episode. So we currently have available. We've got attach new parts satellite. We're not doing that. Science data from the surface of the moon. Well, we have to plant a flag, so I might as well take that. Rescue somebody from the sun, not doing that. So next episode we're going to have a look at this stuff, possibly prepare our Eve craft, although I think it's a while until that goes. We might want to send something to go and get green sandstone, or we could send some guys back to girls and guys back to the Mun to do something. I haven't decided. So yeah, I think maybe Minmus we could go to. So from me, until next time, have a great one.